So guys, in this video, I'm going to be talking about day game and in particular, one of my absolute favorite techniques that you can go out and try after you've watched how to do it. Now, when I've watched guys do day game over the years, there's quite a big difference between the guys that get very good results and the guys that don't get good results. A lot of guys go out, they do lots of approaches, talk to lots of women on the street, in coffee shops, different locations, and they get lots of numbers, but often they don't go on many dates. And on the other hand, you have the kind of guys that go out, they don't talk to so many women because they don't need to. They talk to one or two. Those girls turn into numbers, instant dates, relationships. And it's one very big difference, and that is to do with attraction. When you approach in the day game, it's very different to approaching in the nighttime. When you approach in the daytime and you meet a girl and you tell her, she looks great or she has nice style, it's such an interesting situation for her. Girls don't normally get talked to, in the street, in coffee shops, on public transport. So it's an interesting event for them. And if they stay there for just a minute or two, chances are they're into it and they're going to reciprocate by smiling, by giving you their number. So there's a lot of false indicators of attraction that women give you in the daytime just because of the pleasantness and the difference, the way it feels for them to be approached in the daytime versus in the night. So it means you go out, you talk to a girl, you say something she likes, she smiles, she laughs, she's happy, and then when you ask for the number, she's in that good state, she gives you the number. When you later message her to meet, it's a different thing. You're saying, would you spend an hour with me? Would you change your plans? Would you, instead of going out with the other guys that invite you or your girlfriends, would you decide to spend that time with me? And the problem is the guy hasn't focused on attraction. So normally these turn into flaky numbers. What you need to think about is like this. When you approach a girl in the standard day game fashion, which we teach you, where you're giving her a compliment, a sincere compliment at the beginning, you need to think about how that lowers your value in some way. So you're telling her already, I find you attractive, I want to see you again, I like you. And from the other side, you haven't given her any reason to be attracted to you. You haven't demonstrated anything. So you've maybe stayed in there for a few minutes and then run away. So I'm going to give you one little technique that will change, change things around for you, make sure that you're in a position where your attraction is getting boosted up to the point where she does want to see you again. Now, again, we demonstrate a lot of these in Day Game Domination. The link will be somewhere on this page. If you click through to it, we've got live in-field videos that show you this, happening in real situations. But I'm going to give you the tip right now, and that is that at some point in the interaction, you're going to be talking to the girl, and I want you to make a disagreement with her. So for me in the past week, I've met girls and I've disagreed. For example, one of them liked books by Dan Brown, and I said, what, I think they're terrible. So I disagreed with her. And another one, I said that she was quite thin, and she said, oh yeah, but I don't think it's good to be too thin. So I took those 2 points and I disagreed with her. I said, well, I don't agree. And she'll kind of be like, oh, what? This is strange because most guys say me too. And then the next thing is I make a good logical case for why I'm right. So in the case of Dan Brown, it was quite easy. He doesn't write so well. It's it's a kind of popular book. It's not very well written. It's got quite interesting historical elements, but there are better places to read about that. And in the end, she kind of says, yeah, I guess so, like that. And so she agreed, So I used some intelligence and asserted some authority and won that point, and it made her respect me a bit better. It also broke rapport with her. It was not being a kind of yes man, a me too kind of guy. So it built attraction. In the second case, I said, I think this backlash about being too skinny is quite bad because so many people are fat these days and it's more acceptable to be overweight than thin, and that's not good because of health reasons, blah, blah, blah. And I explained my point really well, and then she said, yeah, I guess so. And at the point where she says, yeah, I guess you're right, or I see your point, then you know that you've demonstrated an attractive characteristic, because I think all girls want to date guys that have strong opinions, that can stand up for themselves, that won't say me too all the time, that disagree sometimes, and most importantly maybe, that are intelligent and maybe more intelligent, because girls don't really like dating stupid guys. So when you start doing that, you'll notice that the attraction signals that you get are way stronger, and when you do later text for the date, the girl is going to be much more likely to meet up. So like I said, we teach tons of those in our program, Day Game Domination. You can click to check it out. That's just one of them. In there we've got tons more, and you're going to be able to see how it works, you know, in the real world. So guys, thanks for watching. Please go out there, try that technique, let me know how it works, and see you again soon in another video. Bye.